Hello YouTube, welcome in, welcome in. So, we are going to be hanging out with some Moist Critical, Penguin Z0. YouTube has been shuffling out some changes, and it's probably something we should really talk about. Let's see here. 1,000 subscribers, that's double over what you needed beforehand. I think you only needed 500. 8,000 qualified public watch hours. I think feel like it was only like 3,000, maybe 4,000. So it's at least doubled. I can't remember 100%. And then 20 million qualified. It's an and or, thankfully. Thankfully, I never made of this before. It was 10 million, I believe, for shorts. And honestly, shorts are like the least important thing to look at for getting yourself monetization, unless that's like your main focus is doing short form content, which I honestly don't fully recommend. You need to be running so many shorts. Like, you have to be pumping out like 3 or 4, probably even like 6 shorts a day just to get any kind of like kickback from that. It's pretty rough. And then also having every single one of them hitting like hundreds of thousands of views. Sorry, millions of views. But the first two, though, that's rough. That's rough, especially for a starting creator. I have an understanding of why they would probably want to do this, but let's see what Moist has to say about this first. Yeah. So yeah, sit back, relax, go check out the original video, and yeah, let's get the
Spicy Meatball just dropped from YouTube here. They made an announcement that changes will be coming to the YouTube Partner Program starting early 2026.
You know that's an important topic when he doesn't start the video off with some weird joke about his booty or something like that, or like a weird fake jump scare or something like that. He just went straight into it. You know this is a big topic for him.
7. The partner program on YouTube is how channels earn money through the platform.
Yeah.
And beginning next year, they are doubling the viewership requirements for new creators to earn ad and premium revenue through the partner program, and also doubling the watch hours over a 12-month period that are required to enter the partner program. You have to hit one of the two, either getting the required eligible views, which is now 20 million shorts views, or getting 8,000 watch hours on long-form content. Both of these have been doubled from the previous requirement, which was 4K watch hours or 10 million shorts views in the given time period, which is 90 days for shorts or 12 months for long-form. That is, of course, coupled with the 1,000 subscriber requirement. So you have to hit 1,000 subscribers, then one of those two metric milestones there in order to be eligible for the partner program.
Which, once again, I am a very small VTuber. Like, I'm a very, very small content creator. I only just hit partner program this year, and only a few months ago. Up until hitting partner, it was a rough uphill battle trying to get that shit going. And then I just had one video hit the books, and the really annoying part about it, right? The really annoying part about the whole situation is that you don't get paid for that time, right? You don't get paid for the videos that actually do pop off and get you those views, and you pretty much almost have to like rely on that to happen, is to actually get like one video to just pop right off, and then suddenly you're in the algorithm somehow. I don't know. But you don't get paid for it for the pre-qualifying parts, which kind of hurts. It's understandable, but it hurts. But it is really rough trying to get this shit. It was such a hard journey. I know a lot of new creators who are still trying and fighting for it, and I could list every single one of them off, but I don't think that's going to get you guys to be able to go and check them out, because I mean, like, that's just not how the signal boosting works. But like, I don't know, man. It's the fact that they went to double it. I know why. It's to try and combat the AI and the botting issue, but unfortunately that's only hurting more people, because now they're going to pump out more bullshit, because that's the thing about the AI stuff. It just quantity over quality. They're just pumping out as much of this shit as they possibly freaking can, faster than any like human creator can pump out. Like, it's already enough for me to be able to try and do just 2 videos a day. They're pumping out probably like 10 videos a day, and I just need 1 or 2 to actually like hit any kind of metric. right? And most small time creators who are trying to get into the partner program, who are really fighting for this, are also fighting with having like a full time job, having family life, doing shit outside of YouTube. So they can't just dedicate 100% of their time. Me too. I can't dedicate 100% of my time to just pumping out more and more and more and more content. There's stuff I have to do. Unfortunately, it sucks. But and now they doubled it. So all it's doing at this point is, I'm pretty sure, just going to be hurting the newer creators. But it's also kind of more of like a stopgap, like pushing people away from doing more of this. I don't know. It's weird.
This has caused a lot of ripples and a lot of conversation around it. And I think a very largely overlooked reason behind this is buckle your seatbelt. I know you're probably tired of me taking you on this wild ride here. AI.
Yeah.
YouTube is experiencing a flood, really a fucking pandemic, a plague of AI slop that is just truly infecting the platform with STDs, the likes of which you could never even fathom. And it is completely...
It's not just YouTube either. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, everything. It's infesting everything. And look, I'm not one of the people who are just like, grab the torch and pitchfork and be like, kill all the AI. I'm not one of those types of guys. But at the same time, like, the YouTube generated slop where there's no passion, no thought, just make an animation of a humanoid banana flirting with a humanoid strawberry, and make it entertaining. That's pretty much what they're generating, and then they're just pumping that shit out, and it's the most generic, weird ass shit, and it works because it's like a freaking train wreck. It's horrible to watch because it looks like shit, but they're just hitting all these like train wreck buttons that make it so that you can't not look at the damn thing. It's
contaminated shorts. It is also really going hog wild on long form too, and none of it's real, and they have been farming the partner program for every doubloon they could possibly hit out of it, like fucking Mario jumping into a coin block. And the AI slop sometimes gets taken down, not always. The YouTube methodology for identifying these channels is not ideal. I just covered the Kurt Sagat stuff like 2 days ago now. But these AI channels are infinitely springing up because they take actually seconds to make. And they are hitting these milestones, the previous milestones, very quickly. Obviously, inorganically, not authentically, and a lot of times it is just fraudulent. But they have been able to squeeze a lot of money from the YouTube Partner Program, and I imagine that's played a pretty big role in YouTube now upping the requirements to hopefully combat that. But in doing so, with this helicopter dicking of the requirements here, they are also cock-slapping all of the very real people who are trying to grind to reach the milestones to be eligible for the partnership program.
Case in point, me. Like, I am so lucky I got in when I did. I'm so lucky that I was able to even hit it. And once again, if I didn't get that one video hitting the algorithm like it did, like, there'd be absolutely no chance. There'd be zero chance that I'd be making any kind of money off this, and I'd be just kind of like plucking away at my pennies of doing art commissions and and getting like donations and such from Twitch. That's about it. And then eventually I'd be like, well, this isn't sustainable in any way, shape, or form. I guess I'm probably going to have to hang up my hat and go back to, I don't know, getting a job, getting a full-time, like, heavy-duty job that is going to be soulless for me. Look, that's a skill issue on my part. Yes, if I need to, I will get a very soulless, unpleasant job because, you know, I'm an adult. I have to do that. However, I wanted to pursue this because I've always wanted to do content creation. I've always wanted to be a creative. I've always wanted to do the sort of shit for the internet, and I wanted to take the chance to do it. I managed to do it. I managed to hit it. I'm thankful that I did. I mean, we would still, at this point, have the numbers, but I don't think I would have hit it anywhere near as fast. I wouldn't have been like as on the algorithms in order to get to where I am.
And this makes it significantly more difficult. It has doubled, which is very, very hard for channels that are just beginning. And there's quite a bit I want to blabber about there, because maybe this does have like a positive effect on stopping so many of these AI slop factories from springing up all over the place, because the requirements are much heftier. So maybe this does prove to be a valuable weapon against this menace here, this pariah. I doubt it'll be like Excalibur fully defeating it, because
No.
they can obviously just keep pumping out endless amounts here and
Yeah.
eventually claw their way to the requirements for the partnership program to make money off it. But maybe it takes
Yeah, it'll just take them, it'll just double the amount of time it'll take. Normally it'll be like, okay, it'll take us probably like half a month in order to get ourselves to the partner program. And then we're able to go, oh, that just means that it's going to take us a whole month now to get to the partner program. Just tons of bot accounts and tons of just pumping out slop, pumping out slop, pump out slop, pump out slop, right?
them too long, YouTube finds out and, smites them. I guess that's possible too, though I find it unlikely.
Mm.
But I also think this pushes normal people that are trying to pursue a YouTube channel and try and make it to the partnership program, reaching these milestones. I think it's kind of nudging them, shoving them down the path of considering AI slop as well, as like a supplement to the content they're making. So that way they can continue to like churn out content to eventually, hopefully, breach the threshold that's required now, because it's significantly less likely if you have like 3 or 4 videos that you spend a lot of time on and maybe one pops off, like getting maybe 2 million views in shorts here. Like, you're still not even close.
No.
And getting a video to get 2 million views from out of fucking nowhere, pulled out.
I have still not gotten 1 million views on a single short. Granted, I've kind of thrown my shorts out the window at this point. Eat my shorts. But like, even my most viewed video today on my channel, I think, is 40,000 views. And that was the very first video I put up. After that, it's, I think, like 11,000, 13,000, that sort of thing. I recently just put up a video that hit 10,000 within 3 days, which is really good. But like, those are numbers you want to try to be hitting within the first few hours.
Of the ether, pulled out of your ass from a brand new startup channel, like, that's really rare. That's some like unicorn type shit. But even if that does happen, you're still not even like scratching at the nipple there on the titty to start suckling from the partnership program. 20 million shorts views in 90 days, that's not easy. That's pretty cutthroat. Yeah. So I think creators will feel incentivized to start using AI as well and adding that to their channel in order to keep churning out tons of videos and hope that some of them start to pop off. But even if they don't, the volume of those like lesser view videos may eventually help them grind out the milestones required to reach the threshold. So I do think that this will have an adverse effect of leading to even more AI content from normal people trying to reach this requirement. I also think that this will stifle a lot of new channels who want to go on like creative endeavors with content, because making, creative or specific niche content for a channel is kind of a death sentence here. Yeah. It's very unlikely you're going to hit these milestones with something that is specific to a niche that you're interested in, or like a topic that you're interested in. It will instead push people to be more focused on viral content and just like really sterile, generic, formulaic content, as opposed.
Case in point, my channel, it's React. The only reason why it hit any kind of threshold at all was through React content. Any of my original stuff, barely viewed, barely seen. And I can't blame anybody, because, I mean, I'm very addicted to React content myself. I like React content. I like watching these kinds of videos, and people really like, that is a terrible picture that I paused you on, bud? Well, anyway. I don't know. It's just, slop channels are an easy gateway, and the nice thing is it's giving me the opportunity to then be able to focus on the things that I'm really wanting to create for my actual streams. Make sure you go check out my streams, by the way. Yeah. I'll be streaming later tonight. Yeah. But either way, like, the more you fight against AI, the more you're going to hurt the actual creatives, unless you're specifically doing things to fight specific AI. However, I think that the things that they've been trying to do to actually fight against the AI slop channels has also been hurting a lot of non-AI channels that are putting out real things. I recently reacted to a video by the Spider-Man video by Huncho. Huncho recently got his entire channel full on demonetized, and they wouldn't give him a reason, and they're using AI in order to do this, by the way. They just completely stopped all payments of he can fight this. 90 days later, he can potentially try to get it reinstated, and then he has to wait for the following month before he even gets any kind of payment. Meanwhile, those 90 days that he's still having to try and grind out and keep his channel kind of afloat, so that he's, when he does hopefully come back to the partner program, he can actually, continue to have an income coming in. Because if you stop posting for 90 days, that's almost like the death of your channel right there. I'm going to be perfectly honest. He's not going to get paid for all 90 days. He's not going to be paid for, like, what is that? Probably like 120 full on days. Quite honestly, it's going to suck for him. And that's rough. That's horrible. And they probably did that because he is a narrative channel, and because he's very good at what he does, it might have sounded AI to them in a way. And if that's the case, and that's why they actually like nuked his platform, I don't know 100%. This is all hearsay. This is all just speculation. But that's the reason why, like, that's not good. They're not looking into things properly and deleting channels that don't deserve it. So once again, they're hitting their actual creatives instead of the ones who are trying to use and abuse the system.
Opposed to like passionate, creative ones, because you're more likely to have the, viral bait content, top 10 reptiles who could beat a Hercules beetle in a head-to-head fight on Fortnite no build or whatever. Or Tung Sahur did what to the K-pop Demon Hunters? So I feel like there is also a chance that this change further pushes people away from committing a lot of time and energy and effort into talking about specific interests or specific communities, and we'll see kind of the end of like these grassroots channels that are all about like one specific thing that isn't necessarily a mainstream topic, in favor of all of them pursuing like the stuff that is proven to get caught up in the algorithm and pushed heavily, which is, like the listicles, Mr. Beast style, that kind of thing. Like, let's take, for example, animators, which is one I always like to talk about because animation takes a lot of time, in a lot of cases, a lot of money, and it is not something that you can just infinitely, spit out, unless, of course, you're using AI for it, which, again, this would incentivize you to do, to start just doing AI animations or something, because those take seconds, whereas like a normal hand-drawn real cartoon, that takes a long time. Many hours. So let's take
many hours, if that's all you're doing for those hours. Once again, if you are a small creator and you're trying to get into this and animation is your passion, I'm sorry, it's going to take you a month or two to make that one little like 30-second animation that might get you a viral hit. Yep. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of effort.
Animators, for example, with these new requirements, 20 million shorts views in 90 days. Oh, buddy, hooey! Hope you're ready for that carpal tunnel to set in. You're going to need to be churning out animations, or one animation that you keep breaking up into like a million shorts infinitely. Kind of like what Mr. Bean's YouTube channel does, actually. They keep recycling the same like handful of episodes because there isn't a lot of episodes of Mr. Bean. So they just keep repackaging those same episodes into like 1,000 videos, which I guess you could do for like an animation you spend a lot of time for and see if you can reach the 20 million views. Probably won't happen. It probably won't happen easily, at least. That'll be a Herculean task, no doubt. And then the 8,000 public watch hours across 12-month period, that's also brutal for like an animator. That's a lot of cartoons you're going to need to be making. The 8,000 watch hours across 12 months, that favors people that are going to do like pretty long videos, which animators are not going to be doing because that takes so much time, money, effort. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Once again, because let's be perfectly honest. If you're not making at minimum 9 minutes for your videos, you're not getting a lot of time. Because like 500 views on a 5-minute video will equal out to maybe an hour, quite honestly. Because that's the thing. You're also not getting when somebody goes and watches your video, you're not getting the full 5, 10, 15 minutes. You're getting like 1, 2, 30, 1% of that video, 2% of the video, 30% of the video that they've actually watched. Because you've done everybody has done this. You've gone onto a video, you watch it for a few seconds, be like, that's not really for me, and then you click off. That counts as a view, but that counts only as like 30 seconds maybe of actual view time, right? And unless your animations really peak and you go in there and it's like, oh, this is good, I'll go watch this one. That animation's not exactly to the standard that I was hoping for, so I'm just going to peel on out of here. So it's not easy. Now, if you're only putting out 1 or 2 minute videos, well, that's not going to do shit. Once again, people might actually just stay for the entire 1 or 2 minute videos, but hey, you get 1,000 views on there, that's 1,000 minutes. That's not enough. That's not enough.
Like, even making a minute high quality cartoon is a
Mhm.
lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're gonna try and like make the 8,000 watch hours, you're gonna need to be doing a lot of those like minute long cartoons, or you could prioritize doing like really like cheap and quick animation, like story time type animation where
Yeah, like Ice Cream Sandwich, which is considerably faster and easier, I would assume. But even then, like, that's a lot of effort.
it's only a couple of shots and only a little bit of like movement and such, in order to prioritize getting a lot of those animations out, and maybe even trying to go for like longer animation runtime there to reach the watch hours. But no matter how you spin it, it's a lot. So the point I'm making is that these new requirements are very steep. And I think that this is going to scare a lot of people off from even trying to make, very specific content or animations. Like, I do think it's going to push people towards just doing the standard viral content, or even utilizing AI slop themselves to try and grind out these
Yep.
milestones. And I'm not even entirely sure if this is going to really stop these content farms from churning out AI slop, because they might not even be affected all that much, because they can make hundreds of videos a day and just have them plastered everywhere
Yep.
and probably get there in the deadlines. Maybe they get taken down before then, but maybe they don't. And a lot
And that's the other thing, right? Keep on giving you really bad pause places. But like, that's the other thing. Because they're using these AIs, they have proper systems in place. They can pump out a video and then suddenly it's posted to Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Blue Sky, all the sites, everything. And then it's just instantly getting hundreds of views and thousands of views because it just gets thrown right in. They have an algorithm built into their AIs that they have, and it just automatically puts everything it needs for everything that they need to do. There's very little human interaction that needs to go into these channels. So just because you made things harder for people to get into it doesn't actually hurt these guys. It really doesn't.
of cases, they don't. So I guess we'll see the effects of this come next year. But that is a significant change to the partnership program requirements that kind of came out of nowhere. Like, I can't say I'm overly surprised to see them changing eligibility for it, because like I said, there is a huge issue right now on the platform with all this AI slop that does keep meeting the partnership requirements, the threshold there, and is farming AdSense from YouTube with inauthentic, fake, phony baloney garbage.
Which isn't very good for the advertisers either. Why would they want to go and be advertised next to a bunch of like slop shit that that's being put onto YouTube, right? Why would they want to do that? Because that's why you're seeing so many AI ads now on YouTube, is because those are kind of the only ones who are wanting to do anything with it. They don't care. And it's just like it's the same shit anyway. So, yeah.
So like I'm kind of not overly surprised that they're doing something to try and fight back against them getting monetization. I just wouldn't have expected it to be like this big of a jump off rip like that. That like it that did kind of catch me off guard.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, just wanted to blabber about it a bit. That's it. So yep.
So yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. There's very little we can do to change this. And by very little, I mean next to nothing. All you can do is just keep fighting the good fight and fight for the things that you're wanting to try and actually achieve. I don't know what I would have done if this was what the numbers would have been looking like, because once again, I don't think we would have hit it regardless. We're at 5,000 subscribers now. By the way, thank you guys so much for 5K. And we are still steadily growing every day. We're getting plenty of views, so we probably, yeah, I think we would have hit it. Just would have taken us a considerably larger amount of time, and I'm not sure if I would have realized the potential when I should have. and I'm very glad I did. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, go check out Penguin Zero. He's going to be in the description. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one, and bye-bye. What? Hey, did you enjoy that? Was it funny? Well, come and check it out live over on twitch.tv/freeform_art. Make sure you put the _art. We have lots of fun there. We enjoy ourselves, and we want to see you over there. So come on and hang out. See you in a bit.